Stretch and explore. I can learn to reach beyond my capacity and embrace the opportunity to learn from my mistakes.
Good morning, artists. Mr. Briggs here. Today, I wanted to talk to you about stretch and explore, one of the studio habits of mind. And I want to stretch and explore with some of the materials that I have. I have a pencil, I have some color sticks, I have some oil pastels, and I also have some markers here. And artists like to stretch and explore. They want to see what their materials can do. And last week we talked about lines, and we can see how these materials create different types of lines. We can make straight lines, we can make curling lines or curved lines. Could make zigzag lines. If you press very lightly, you can make a light line. If you press harder, you make a dark line. If you hold the pencil upright like this, it makes a very thin line. And if you hold the pencil on the side, so you're using the lead, it can make a very thick line. With the oil pastels, I believe we could do the same things. We've got all these different lines here. I'm using the point to make thin lines, and I can use the side to make thick lines. Dotted lines, dashed lines. I'm going to try some of these color sticks too. These are a lot like color pencils, they just don't have the wood around them. They're a little harder than crayons, and I really like them because you can use the end to make thin lines, or you can hold them more on the side and make thick lines. This you can even use on the side and make very thick marks. Markers are very versatile as well. You can use these cone-shaped tips of the marker to draw in thin, and if you hold the marker on the side, make thin lines or thick lines. And you can also make what do I want to call this? Like calligraphy lines, because if you go up and down with the cone shape, it can do thick and then thin, thick and then thin. Those are fun to use too. Always when you're using the marker, make sure that they snap to close, otherwise they'll dry out and then that's no fun. Test out the materials that you have and see what kinds of lines you can make.